What's up, guys? So I was sitting here just chilling in the kitchen, watching videos after eating something. And then I am sitting in like some chair that I just grabbed from the dining room and I put it here in the kitchen. And then Dusty decides to invite himself to my lap. And I had been thinking about the stuff that I like about pets. But it never really occurred to me to throw it into a stream. So I said, why not? While I'm here and I have all these thoughts fresh in my brain, let's talk about the awesome thing about pets. And I guess the first thing that I love about them is that they follow you. Hey, White Knight. But I like to be followed by my pets because it's like they are always so enthusiastic and happy to see you when you come back from work or when you are if you're at your house, no matter what you're doing, they just look for you and they always have all the time in the world for you, and they have patience with you and all that good stuff. Well, at least I like to think that my pets are patient with me. And of course, the very basics that's to love about pets, which is they're fuzzy and warm and playful. Like, this is definitely the cat that has had the most personality to him. Like, he's incredibly hyper. This is as mellow as you'll ever see him in a long time. And I just love that about him. As soon as I got him, the person who gave him to me was like, he loves to cuddle. The last cat that I had, I don't know if you guys have all been here long enough for that, but his name was Nero. It was a completely black cat with green eyes. He did not like to be cuddled with. He did not like to be pet. He did not like to be held or just nothing. I never had a moment like this with that cat, and I had him since 2014. And when I look for a pet, that's one of the things that I look for. I like to be able to snuggle with them, play with them, pet them. And Dusty definitely checks off on all of that. He actively wants to be on your lap, or he wants you to touch him, hold him, play with him, mess with him, period. So I was pretty happy to hear that was the very first thing that um, I was told about his personality. And then, of course, another thing that I like is with cats, particularly, they purr. So, something about them purring forces me to relax because when they're purring like this, they're usually peaceful, laying down, sleeping, or just sitting looking at you. And if I'm having a stressful day, I just look at them and I'm like, you're just so happy to see me. Why would I not relax and join you and spend time with you and whatnot? See what I mean? Does that make sense? So, of course, now that the cold weather is here, I know that he feels that. So, I need to do something to keep him warmer. But I just love how snuggling with him makes him happier, but it also helps me because my hands are like super cold right now. So, of course, I know that he's cold because he like puts his body on top of his paws, like he buries his paws on his belly and stuff. So, he feels my warmth and I benefit from his warmth as well because now I can put my hands anywhere in his body and I feel the warmth too. And since he's a short hair, I know that he's at a disadvantage when it comes to the weather. But I just love how happier I feel when there's another form of life in the house. Like at nighttime, usually my mom is just gone. And if it weren't for a pet, I would be completely alone. And I'm not sure that I would enjoy that. So when I had Nero, I always felt like I was alone because he was dead and he did not like to do anything with me. He was just not interested in anything that I wanted to do or be with him. You name it. It was just a weird cat. I've never had a cat like that. But, anyways, guys, I guess that's it, really. I mean, I'm a very simple person. Just be cuddly, be fun, be funny, be sweet. But when you have a destructive behavior, I can lose a little bit of my patience. So I used to not be very patient with Dusty for the longest time, but he's really mellowed down, as you can see. This was not possible just a month ago. So it's cool to see that we have gotten close. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Food or friendship, cats are my spiritual animal, so I can not eat them. Hey Garuda, thanks so much for your donation and for your comment. But who eats cats? What kind of monster are you? I have heard that there are cultures that actually eat cats. So, I mean, let's be honest and think about it for a second. If you give me something to eat and I am not aware of what it is and I end up liking it, cool. But if you were to tell me, by the way, you're eating cat meat, I will find it nasty, even though I just said that I find it delicious. You know? So it's like, do not tell me what I'm eating because I will feel bad about it. I ate lamb for the first time some 4 months ago, and I was like, how can anyone eat these creatures who are so cute and curly haired and fluffy and all that? But when I think about it, I'm like, this is one of the best meats I've ever had. It was fucking delicious. So I guess when your emotions and opinions get in your way, it really alters your perception. But I don't know how do you eat animals that you become attached to? Right, Dusty? Are you knocked out? This is usually time for his crash. Like he's usually asleep around this time, so maybe that's another reason why he decided to just snuggle with me to be extra warm while he sleeps. The tip of his ears are like frozen. He has a lot of personality. I wish I could record him every single second of the day. Cats are top of the food chain in the wild. Humans are the top food chain in the domesticated world. I have two large, very cuddly dogs. Pets are awesome. And you know what? Deep down, I'm actually a dog person, but cats, they sort of maintain themselves, whereas dogs are a little bit of a more demanding project. But I would do anything to have a dog. Yesterday, while I was driving, I saw a sandy colored Siberian Husky on the sidewalk, and all I could do was just stare at it. I was at a red light, and the light turned green, and I didn't have nobody behind me. And when the light started turning yellow, that's when I started rolling. I did not want to leave. I wanted to shout at it. I wanted to pet it. I wanted to snuggle with it because Siberian Huskies are cute. But then I said, you know what? Dogs are awesome. I wish I had one. Not to shit on you, Dusty, but I just really like dogs. I haven't had a dog since I was 10 years old. I just miss dogs. It's been a long time for me. Been a long time for me. You lost one of your whiskers. Look at that. That one's shorter. And in the other one, you clipped it somehow. Yeah, he has like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but he has like a whisker that's significantly shorter. Like right here. They all go out this way, out this far, and this one's like right there. Really short. And then he dropped one yesterday. He must have plucked it while scratching or something. But yeah. Yeah, pets are awesome. I think the best thing about pets is they never judge. They're all the best positive emotional ties without the bad. You know what? Do you think pets can actually feel um do you think pets can actually feel sympathy, empathy, emotions like that, more complex emotions? Because let's face it, when they're out in nature, all they're thinking about is eating and killing foods. So, can we truly put human emotions into animals? Do they perceive love the same way that we do? Because I like to say they really don't. Because, I don't know, domestic ones could, but even domestic ones, once they go out in the wild, I'm sure their instinct takes over, unless they were never truly domestic from the start. What do you guys think? I really don't know. I'm not very good with the behavior of animals. I'll admit, I'm not qualified on that. And I really haven't had experience with that many pets anyway. Cats are the only pet that can go outside and inside unless it is a big, beefy cat with big claws and large teeth. I said I cannot eat cats. I will not eat a cat. Um, if I make it to have kids with a wife, I will get them. I will get a kitten and a puppy to grow up with my infant human. I have seen like marathons of animals protecting babies, like cats meeting babies for the first time, dogs meeting babies for the first time. I'm sure that you guys have probably fallen victim to one of those videos, but if you haven't, please look them up. They're so awesome to see. They're so gentle. It's like, do you have to train the dog to be good around baby humans, or are they just naturally like that? Do they smell the combination of both masters? And it's like, baby master has arrived, so we must respect. And baby master is vulnerable, so we must be gentle and stuff like that. Because I mean, in some of those videos, those pets seemed really, 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 really overprotective, protected them even from the parents. So it's like, I am claiming baby human. Like, yeah, let's give baby human cat traits, you know? But anyways, I just thought those videos were so awesome to watch. They were so warm for the spirit. Right? Ah, no, no, please, no, no, no boiling. You don't need to boil me. No boiling. Let's see. I think most animals feel the broad band of emotions. Yes, they do feel love. I've seen people let non-human animals in the wild. They checked up on the cat they saved and they remember them with the cat family and just like and hug them. Yeah, I feel like they remember you. Like, I don't question at all that they bond with you in a certain level, but I feel that I don't know how I feel anymore. I do know that they sense things, and like for instance, if you are upset, it tends to make them nervous and upset them too. If you're happy and energetic, it tends to rub off on them as well. Um, but the more complex stuff, I wonder if that's there. But maybe it is, and we just don't know how to interpret it sometimes, right, Dusty? Are you crashing again? So cozy. Let's see. Lick and hug. I know dogs are filled with emotions. Cats, I don't think as much. Yeah, I feel that cats are just more detached. They seem to want to be the ones who take over as opposed to being mutual with you. I feel that dogs form more complex bonds with people, whereas cats, it seems to be more about self interest than anything. I mean, they can like you and love you, but I feel that it's nothing like a dog does. Like some dogs, I feel like they are a reflection of the owner. It almost seems like they look like their owners, they act like their owners, they just I don't know. Dogs seem to be more sensitive about that, I would say. I mean, cats can pick up stuff too. They have amazing powers of their own, but when it comes to the social bond between human and pet, dogs are definitely you can train them to do more. is what I'm saying. Whereas cats, you you throw things at them and it just hits them in the face, you know? Their reaction and reflections are not the same. Their defense mechanisms are not the same. Dogs will fetch stuff, but cats, they only bring toys to you if they feel like they've hunted something, you know? But that's why they're different. That's why you have dogs and you have cats. They serve different purposes. So, let's see. I mean, humans are just animals, and animals feel attachment and loss, so I don't really see why that is an emotion. True. I guess what sets us apart is that humans are supposed to be rational, and we like to not think of ourselves as animals, even though we display a lot of the traits that animals don't have. Or, sorry, a lot of the traits that animals have. So, so yeah, I think humans just have a superiority complex. That's what it is. Like, yeah, we're better because we build things and we make things, so animals are just inferior. And I'm like, no, animals have a lot of senses that are superior to ours. Seeing a domesticated cat defend a human child from a dog who was trying to bite up a family child, the house cat ran the dog away. Oh yeah, I heard a story like that too. Like deep down, cats can be pretty intense. They can be pretty intense. I think that cat had maternal instincts toward that infant. True. The human child was just trying to play outside in his yard till the dog was biting a young kid in the family. The house cat ran outside and chased the dog away from biting the kid. Or could it be that the cat was afraid that the dog would get to the house, invade the house, which is his or her territory? Because you know how cats are particularly territorial beings. So by hearing the dog, he just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go out there and just own the situation. My cat fetches with me. My dog wakes me up for work in the morning. If I had a cat, it would probably watch me oversleep. Oh my god, yes. Dogs have routines. Like, they know your pattern, they know your day. I mean, cats kind of do too, because uh, Dusty knows at the crack of dawn at what time I'm heading to work, and he's always in the same spot of the house, and he knows my footsteps pretty much. But dogs definitely are more active about that. They will come to your bed and be like, "You need to get up, biatch." So yeah, whereas cats, they're like a little less proactive on that department. Let's see. I don't trust dogs. Cannot say I have heard that before. I think probably most mammals need emotion to raise their young successfully. Easing a child outside the womb takes some crazy methods like grooming, cuddling, loving, etc. No, the dog was mauling the kid by his leg. The house cat chased the dog away. All right then. But yeah, yeah, cats do have tricks up their sleeves, that's for sure. No, no, you're starting to loosen. Like, his screws are starting to loosen. You guys ever see how he abuses me and my hands and my feet and my toes? No, no, okay, go. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Actually, he just reaccommodated himself. Bye-bye. You're supposed to be the star of the show, but you're... What are you doing? Abandoning me. No. No. Anyways, that's the best thing about filming live. You just don't know what's gonna happen. Fine, go, go. I was done with you anyway. Alright guys, well thanks so much for tuning in and for sharing your thoughts. If you could have any pet in the world, no matter how exotic, which one would you have? If it was safe to have such a pet in your house. I'm personally not sure. I just know that I'm not a fan of fish. I think they're boring to have around. Birds, I have had birds, but I feel so bad that these are creatures who are supposed to be able to roam the entirety of the Earth's surface, and they are trapped in cages and they cannot fly. Like their mobility seems so limited. But if I could have any pet and for it to be safe, no matter how wild they are, shoot, I've never been settled on this issue, but I am a fan of giraffes. I want to say that's my favorite animal from the zoo. Anytime I go, the first thing I look for is the giraffe. Probably because of the height of them. It's like I love the fact that I'm pretty tall, but there's a creature out there that's crazy taller than me. Um, but for more practical purposes, because imagine me trying to have a fucking giraffe inside this house. Holy shit. I think I wouldn't mind a really, really, really big cat or a big dog. So something like maybe a wolf would be cool. A fox would be cool too. Like they look absolutely adorable. Um, but but yeah, yeah, not sure, not sure. But yeah, definitely I would say the giraffe because I've always gravitated toward them. Let's see. I think I love your cat's twin. He is Theodore. A dragon. You know what? I remember seeing a documentary a long time ago about how dragons apparently were real or something. They're not just mythical creatures. And they were discussing how it was possible for them to breathe fire. And I'm like, you know what? If they were really around, I'm just very glad that they are gone because they would definitely be ruling this place. Yeah, definitely. Not only do you have a bird, you have a gigantic bird, and not only is he gigantic, he has a flame thrower in their body, in their mouth. It's just crazy. A dolphin. You know what? I can see how a dolphin would be awesome. Because, especially if you go out there into the ocean and you're well equipped to be able to resist like water, if you have like a tank or something, it would be nice to be able to dive with them or something and explore. Just how deep the dolphins go, I'm not sure, but it would be awesome to be able to ride the waves with this one animal. Let's see. If you look it up, dogs kill more people as pets than cats. They usually kill infants and elderly people. Look up pet deaths in whom dogs kill more humans than a cat ever can kill. You know what? That's true. I have read stories about pets just getting upset and losing control and just attacking the owners. I guess they had a trigger of some sort. Animals don't just act up for the sake of acting up. There's usually a trigger, and that trigger is usually something that we as humans do not pick up. It could be a smell, it could be a wave, like a radio wave or something. Stuff like that. A bear. You know what? Bears are pretty cool. I always think about bears and I'm like, man, where I live at, it is possible for me to encounter one, but I know that one thing is to see bears and they look all soft and cuddly and all that, but another one is staring at one dead in the eye and that mug is thinking about eating you. Yeah, but of course if they were able to be domesticated, that would be awesome. They're just big and I can just imagine snuggling with one. Yeah, they're cute. They're adorable. Let's see. I'm thinking that's just because dogs are huge, Garuda. I would just want a big cuddly bear. Yeah, I hear the word bear and I just think of cuddles immediately. Like bear hugs. The cat was already crouched and waiting for the dog before the dog attacked the kid. It was probably territorial. That's like saying adults kill more people than kids. You're tall, lol. Well, by my standards, I like to call myself tall because I am taller than every single female I work with. No, I am shorter than two people. By one is by an inch and the other one is by 2 inches. But yeah, usually I'm taller than anyone I meet. So, so yeah. Um, Like, I like to say that I'm tall because I do not need help reaching for stuff. Very seldom do I need to go for a step ladder. Then you agree. Humans can breathe fire. Oh my god, yeah. The, what do you call that when humans just randomly incinerate themselves, but it's usually a combination of alcohol and cigarettes? Uh, Combustion? What is it? Sudden combustion? There's a term for that. Instantaneous combustion? But yeah, I have heard of humans that have literally died like that. It's crazy. I have been trying to convince my wife to let me adopt a man bear pig, half man, half bear, half pig. Yeah, but it's not coordinator to aggression or anything, just ability to do so. Dolphins accidentally kill humans. Dogs get jealousy, cats don't. Hiya, mate. Hey, Viking. Bears are up to. Bears are top 5 most dangerous to humans. Hello from Baltimore. In the 70s and 80s, we used to teach dogs and cats to talk, and here in Baltimore, our ravens may speak. Ooh, that's cool. Ravens. Oh, yeah, ravens. I think they're cute as birds. Instant combustion, yeah, that. Spontaneous combustion, yeah, that too. They leave their legs and ollie. Yeah, spontaneous combustion, yeah. Um, there was like a case that I read about some lady who was in her house and then all that was left of her was her leg or something. I'm like, how does that happen? And then it mentioned alcohol and cigarettes, and I'm like, okay, literally the stuff that I don't do, so I should be safe. But, I just don't take anything as a guarantee. Anyways, you guys, I think I'm gonna stop it here. I really don't have anything else to add, but is this a nature stream? I love it. It sort of turned into a nature stream, I guess. Originally, I had the inspiration by Dusty just sitting on my lap, and I just stared at him, and I'm like, you know, you're an awesome pet. I love pets. I like to have a pet in the house, always. So then I just randomly rambled about the stuff that I like about having a pet in the house, how they're beneficial for me, how they make me happy, what I enjoy about them. And then I asked the question if you guys could have any pet, regardless of how wild, if anything was able to be tamed for you to safely coexist with it, which pet would you have? And then you guys started mentioning stuff like dragons and bears and dolphins and all that good stuff. But I guess we should do a nature stream at some point and just talk in a broader sense about animals and their behaviors and our coexistence with them and parasites. I love discussing parasites because they're just they have their ways of finding their hosts. So any animal has the potential of becoming parasitic. So I just love to explore that stuff. If cats had a thumb, they would be shaking humans with a kitchen knife. I believe that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.